Happy Wellness Wednesday. This is April Irvin with Sustainable Leadership, where I am committed to helping leaders eliminate burnout. And I am coming to you again this week for our weekly Wellness Wednesday reflection. And today's reflection has everything to do with the transformative power of doing less. So I know that we have all heard the term work smarter, not harder. And in all honesty, earlier in my career, I didn't know what they were talking about. I just knew you were supposed to work really hard. So there are 24 hours in a day. Ideally, if we're lucky, we're supposed to sleep 8 hours a day. And then the rest of the time, when I was early in my career, I thought you just worked. So that was not smart. But again, that was early in my career. And what I realized, one of the critical things that I did not do early in my career was set any boundaries. So I've shared that before, and I talk about that a lot in my book. That's my first recommendation. To work smarter, not harder, we have to set boundaries, whether that's setting boundaries in our professional and our personal lives, or even within our office environments. I know when I was in an office environment, I would often leave my door open, even when I was working on some things that really had a deadline. But the challenge in leaving your door open means people are going to come through your door. And they didn't mean anything by it, but that always kind of took me off task. So I would kindly share with my team. Sometimes I will close my door because I need to get focused and have that dedicated time. So instead of me taking me 5 hours to get something done, it took me 3 hours or 2.5 hours to get it done because I was really focused and setting that boundary within my office environment. Sometimes I also would just leave and go to a coffee shop where I could have dedicated focus time. So that's number one in working smarter, not harder. That's what you have to do, is setting boundaries. Number two, to recognize that everything is not an emergency. So I work a great deal with education and nonprofit leaders, and I know all you can appreciate this. In our work, and I'm sure in the corporate environment as well, everything's always urgent, but it's not. Sometimes we make things an emergency and we prioritize things that don't necessarily take priority. And so we end up with this long list of 25 things that we're going to accomplish in a single day. And I know when I used to do that, then I felt like I didn't get anything done because I had 25 things on that list. So what I started doing, I would give my top three. Well, my top five, if I'm honest, but to ideally top 3 to 5 things that I said I was going to accomplish for that day. And that allowed me to recognize that, one, you felt accomplished. I felt accomplished at the end of the day. I did achieve something that I set out to do. And then two, the reality is there would be another day. Hopefully I would be blessed with another day. And whatever didn't get done that day would get done the next day and continue to roll over. But it's just really recognizing that everything is not urgent. And then the last thing that we can do in working smarter and not harder is to realize efficiency is not a bad word. So I started out my career in management consulting, and the firm that I worked for focused heavily on strategy, efficiency, and effectiveness. So my lens is always towards that. How can we do this more efficiently and effectively? And in all honesty, if we're honest with ourselves, sometimes we hold on to ways of doing things just because it's the way it's always been done. And just because it's the way it's always been done doesn't necessarily mean that it's the right way. So I remember Maya Angelou said many years ago, when you know better, you do better. So that's my recommendation when you think about managing things more efficiently and effectively in your work. When you know better, you do better. So if there is a better way, if there's a better process, if there's a better procedure, if there's a better way to manage everything that you have on your plate every day, use that. That's my recommendation. So that is the guidance on the transformative power of doing less. I hope that you truly embrace that and really think about how you can set boundaries, realize everything's not urgent, and efficiency is not a bad word. We should really look at how we can do things more efficiently, effectively. And as I continue to share, it is time for us to reveal, heal, and transform. 2019 will be the year of no more burnout. I hope you are joining me on this journey. Take care.